Hey everybody, it's Mr. Hames here. Over the summer, doing what teachers do over the summer. I'm going to show you what where I'm at right now. Check it out. What we're doing today is Mrs. Peterson has invited me and another Sycamore Middle School teacher, Miss Gudowitz, along to check this out, to see if it's a place we could take field trips someday and get a tour and maybe even try the indoor skydiving simulation. So, very excited to try it. Hopefully they let me document a few of the things that happen here today. Okay, let's check it out. Obviously, that wasn't us in the skydiving tunnel. We'll get to that. But before, let's talk about how these indoor skydiving facilities such as iFly work. This is kind of a diagram that shows you from iFly's website. You can see the direction of airflow points downward on the outsides, and out the center of the building, you'll notice that the airflow goes upwards. Here's another diagram. You can see the guy skydiving right there in the middle of your screen. The airflow is blowing up. Now, they can control how fast this airflow is going at any given times. I was kind of keeping an eye on the screen as we were doing it, and it was in the low 100s in terms of miles per hour. Afterwards, they let us stand in there and just feel 50-mile-an-hour winds, and that was enough to make water go flying upward, which was pretty cool. But anyway, we are able to basically body surf, for lack of a better term, on this wind that's flowing upwards. So here's a final diagram, and you can see the direction of airflow goes upwards. There's an updraft created in the middle, and then fans circulate where you can't see them in the ceiling and beneath the floor, so that the air is always moving in the upward pattern right there in the center. So let's talk about how this applies to what we did. What you're seeing here first is Miss Gudowitz trying it, and then me, and I want you to just quickly note the position our bodies are in. Now, I'll come back to that, and we'll see why. Now, this is my basement. Totally different place. This is not iFly. What you're seeing here is my son and my daughter's bounce house inflating, and you're going to see why I'm talking about that. Yeah, cool car. Can you back up, buddy? Here. All right. Jack, what is this thing? It is. It goes to the bounce house. This is the blower for the bounce house. Woo! So right now there's air blowing out of here. You can't see it, but I know it's there because if I put my hand, I can feel air blowing out of this. Now what's interesting is some things, if I put them on where the air is coming out, they'll get pushed back by the air. But if you have something that is just the right balance, or just the right surface area. Let's try it with this ball, which is nice and light and has air inside of it. Here, let's back up. So there you have it. Fun stuff that you can do with air, right, Jack? Really cool thing is what I learned yesterday at the skydiving tunnel is it's not just about weight. Weight is gravity's pull on an object, how much force gravity is pulling it down towards the earth. But the other thing is more surface area, okay? Surface area is basically the area of the surface, how much space the surface takes up. If you take something like, I don't know, this fan blade, I'm taking apart a fan in my other room. You have a large flat surface on two sides, and then you actually have a side here that's really, really thin. The air is going to come out of here. If I hold it like this, it's going to fly up more easily because there is a lot more space or surface area on this fan blade to push on. But if I hold it like this, the air can just travel right by it because the surface area is very small. It's just this little kind of slice here. So, I'll show you. If I hold it like this, not a lot happens. In fact, I can kind of let it go and it just kind of topples to the side. But if I hold it like this, ready? I think you get the point. I'm just gonna let him play. So obviously my son loves air, even though he may not know it, because it makes things like that little ball do incredible things. But keep in mind what I said about surface area. And also, I want you to go back to something I said earlier in this video when you saw the pictures of Miss Gudowitz and I skydiving. Do you remember how our bodies were positioned? Well, that's important, especially since I wouldn't be able to fly if I didn't know what I did about surface area. So here we go, the punchline of the video. Here I am entering the skydiving tunnel with my instructor Cody, and I want you to notice my body position. I'm laying flat on my belly, palms extended in front of me and my legs straight back behind me. I am making my surface area as big as possible, allowing the air molecules to lift me up. Cody, though, he's standing vertically. And what does that do? That allows him to stand without any air molecules pushing on his body. Well, some are, but they're basically passing right by him, just like the fan blade I showed you earlier. So there you have it, the power of air. It resulted in a lot of fun. Thanks iFly for this great opportunity, and hope you learned something valuable. See you guys. It's Mr. Hames again, and before I sign off, I just want to say thank you to some of the people that made this experience possible. Mrs. Peterson for organizing this. I'd like to also say thank you to Selena, who was one of the people who coordinated with Mrs. Peterson and allowed us to come have a free tour, ask questions, and of course experience the wind tunnel, which was awesome. My son Jack, who was almost as helpful as he was distracting while shooting the video. Of course, we really enjoyed our experience with instructor Cody, who helped us be comfortable, answered our questions, and also put up with some of our silly dry jokes. I'll leave you with him. He is the one who was doing the stunts that you just saw and will see more of right now. Thank you guys for watching. This was The Power of Air with Hames Science. Have a great summer. See you guys.